think this team has a definite identity on offense. I can watch a Florida State game, and I know I have a better handle on what this team is with Jordan Travis at quarterback and what they should be doing on offense, where their strengths lie, and what kind of offense they're going to run. Better than I did 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, and that's the question that we're going to have. And I think you're going to see a little bit more in the UMass game what you saw against North Carolina. They're going to let Jordan Travis get the ball down the field, throw it down the field more, a little bit longer passes. After that, I wonder, and what I asked Logan about, do you go back to the same offense you ran against Syracuse, which is more the run first option, short passes, dink and dunk, against a Clemson team that while Clemson's defense is good this year, the offense is, I would say, has taken a step back from the Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne era. But yes, Mark is 100% correct on that one. This is a Florida State team that is going to run the ball. They controlled the clock. But I think, and Logan, I'm going to touch on this with you for a little bit. I think we've talked a lot about the offense. Let's talk about the way that defense played. After that 10-0, the 10-0 lead, giving up the 10-0 lead to North Carolina to start the game, that defense stepped up. And I would argue, take the first quarter out of the equation. I would argue the second, third, fourth quarter was the best 3 quarters of football that defense has played all season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they kept, the DBs did their job, and that's how Sam Howell just had to run. That was the only offense that North Carolina had. They shut them out in the second quarter. And that allows the offense to do its thing, and it kind of works in both favors. I mean, the offense staying on the field and sustaining drives is something that allows the defense to be there on the sideline, talk with their coaches, hear from up top in the box, be able to see some film, what's going on, understand the scheme that Sam Howell and Mac Brown, North Carolina, are running. That gives them more rest to be able to do their thing on defense, and it goes to show it works out very well. They're able to get off the field pretty quickly and have a lot of 3-and-outs. I mean, also Florida State's, knock on wood, this continues, but Florida State's penalties good streak right now is really well. I mean, Notre Dame had 12 penalties on Saturday compared to Florida State's 5. 110 yards North Carolina lost compared to Florida State's only 50. That's something that's becoming a streak that, Florida State wants to continue to work on and get better at too, because it could be most certainly even better. But, they just kept Sam Howell. They kept them constrained, exactly what you want to do to a guy that's, is a threat at throwing the football. And, they did that in the biggest times, North Carolina was able to get down the field and have a drive is whenever Sam Howell had to get out of the pocket and run. And, that's what you have to work with for the game. Then you're going to be fine with that. Florida State's defensive backfield did great. Sidney Williams made that play. Jarian Jones and Brownlee, kept on his guy. And, if you're looking at Josh Downs, still at a pretty decent game, most certainly, but still, we've seen worse when Florida State's had to face a few other guys that we don't want to talk about what happened in Louisville a little while back, but Florida State's defense came to play, and that defensive line is, Malcolm Ray came in and played, who we haven't seen a lot of play from him in his career to Florida State, and came in and he's looked solid. And he actually talked to the media today, and Mike Norvell laughed, "Hey, now you get to finally talk to Malcolm. He had a great week." And so here he is. And there's a lot to like. And you after you lose Dennis Briggs too, Malcolm Ray comes in and steps up. And it was funny because Fabian Lovett talked to Odell Higgins and said, I want Malcolm Ray to start this game. And that's just going to show the love that they have for each other, the respect, and also the trust, because I don't think Lovett wants to give away much playing time, but, he believes in Malcolm, and he knows that he can step up when need be, and sure enough, he did. So, and then Jermaine Johnson is Jermaine Johnson. There's no reason to even say anything more about him leading the Power 5 in sacks.
No, he's the defensive MVP. There's no question right now. If there was an award for midseason defensive MVP, it's Jermaine Johnson, without a shadow of doubt.